Hey, this is Chris from Chris's Cuisine here, and we're going to be cooking today. Today we're cooking up some really good food. We're going to have some Brussels sprouts with chorizo and garlic sauteed. We're also going to make some roasted potatoes, and we're also going to have filet mignon roasted to delicious rare temperature along with Bearnaise sauce. What we're going to do here now is chop up a little bit of chorizo in little small chunks, and then we're going to core and peel the Brussels sprouts. You got to cut it off and then cut out the little core here. You can see here. You got to get that off, and then you take the outer edges of the pieces off like that, and then you take a few of these off the side. And then what we're going to do after that is we're just going to slice these up like this. This is how we chop up the chorizo. Okay, you slice it in half. We're going to slice it into a couple pieces here like this. See? And then take it like this, slice it down, and then we're going to cut it into little chunks here. This is going to go inside. Just going to saute it up with some garlic and some delicious Brussels sprouts. Alright, well, we're going to take a piece of garlic, cut it up whole, and peel it, and we're going to slice it really thin. We'll use the thin pieces of the garlic to saute in a little bit of olive oil with the chorizo before we put the whatchamacallits in the. Well, this is an herb that we're going to be using in our hollandaise Bearnaise sauce. It's a delicious herb. It's French tarragon, and it goes great with the recipe we're going to make. Alright, we're going to chop up some shallots here for the Bearnaise sauce. What you do is you slice there, 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 and there. And then you do a crosshatch. This will make it nice, evenly chopped. Perfect little chops. The oven on to 450. We're going to start boiling some water for our potatoes. Alright, we're going to take you down the wine cellar. We're going to pick out a delicious wine for this meal tonight. Welcome to my wine cellar. Come on in. Alright. Well, here are all my delicious red wines, some beautiful wines from all over the world: Australia, Italy, France, Germany, all the beautiful places where they make great wines. Let's pick something out tonight. Alright, here we go. Let's take this one. There you go. 1995. Let me tell you a little bit about Saint-Cepage. There's 5 different grapes in here. They're the classic grapes of Bordeaux. Cabernet, Cabernet Franc, Malbec, Merlot, and Petit Verdot are all in this blend. Alright, go ahead. Here we are. We're going to put the potatoes, roast them in, or parboil them for like 5 minutes in boiling water. Booth here, we're going to put that together with some vinegar in preparation for the Bearnaise sauce. Alright, we got to boil these for 5 more minutes, and we're going to take them out and drain them. Now we're going to decant the wine. What you want to do is pour the wine into the decanter, and near the end you want to look and see where the sediment is. You don't want the sediment to go into the decanter because that's bitter and it has tannins in it. It'll make it not taste as good. What you want to do is bring out the fruit, and this brings out the fruit by aerating it, by giving it air ahead of time. We're going to turn off the boiling water, and now we're going to drain these and put them in a roasting dish, roasting pan. Let them cool for a little bit. Right now we got a little rosemary we're going to chop up. Take some olive oil after we dry out the bottom of the pan. Alright, now we got all these dried. We're going to take some olive oil and put it all over here, see? And then we're going to take some sea salt. This is gray sea salt from France. Grab the rosemary, take it and just get it all nice and coated. Anyway, here's the big piece of filet. Anyway, we're going to pat it dry. Okay, here we are. We're going to start working on the Chateaubriand. So what I'm going to do now is take this garlic, put it in the mortar and pestle, add a little bit of rosemary, just go ahead and pound it down, make a little paste out of it. See? That's what you do. Alright, what we're going to do is take this unsalted butter over here, put it in a small saucepan, We're going to turn the heat up, let it melt. Okay, we're going to separate the eggs for the Bearnaise sauce now. Basically what you do, we want to use the yolks. So we're going to have to separate these. Alright, well, we're clarifying the butter now. If you look at it here, you can see it's starting to simmer a little bit. We're going to let this simmer for about 5 minutes. This is the white pepper and salt we're going to use for the Bearnaise sauce. Okay, we have the lemon juice here. We're going to mix that, put that in for the Bearnaise sauce. A teaspoon and a quarter. I'm going to put a splash of Worcestershire in here. A little Tabasco from Louisiana. I like it hot, so I'm going to put a couple in there. Now we're going to add about 4 or 5 tablespoons of olive oil in here. You know how I can tell with this little olive oil thing? I've got it down so that 9 seconds is a tablespoon. So let's go. What are we going to count to? Let's count to 36. Go. 1, 2, 3, 34, 35, 36. That's just exactly what we need now. And we're going to put it all over the beef in a few minutes. But right now we're just going to let it sit and immerse itself. All right, we're going to salt and pepper the filet. All right, smoking hot. We're going to take this, put it in here, sear it up. Oh, look at that. Look at that. You don't want to turn it right away. If you do, it'll stick. You want to let it get nice and hot, sear up on the outside. Nice brown crust on it. Okay, now it's time to flip. We'll flip it over on the other side. Now we're going to put this in a 453 oven. It's been preheated. We're going to cook it to 135 degrees so it'll be medium rare, actually rare. With wolf ovens, they have these great little things that you can use. It's called a probe. You can get the exact temperature right. At the same time, we're also going to put our roast potatoes in here on the bottom shelf. And roast these for 25 minutes too. All right, we got to get this going nice and hot. We're going to put the chorizo in now. Get it sizzling. Oh, look at all that fat and butter and olive oil. This is a heart attack waiting to happen. We're going to add some garlic. This is going to give it a little bit of flavor. 5 or 10 seconds here. Let's just give it a little. Okay, how do you like that? Now we're going to put the Brussels sprouts in. We're going to cook them down. It's ready to go. It's at 300 or 135 degrees. Whoa! It's smoking Joe Frazier. All right, we're going to pull this out. Then tin it with some foil. Let it sit for about 10-15 minutes. If you don't let it sit, what happens is all the juices run out, and the great cut of beef you just spent a lot of money on and wasted. Bearnaise sauce. What we're going to do is take some shallots, tarragon, and wine, white wine, and vinegar. When it's cooked down, we're going to turn it off and just let it cool. We'll add it to the hollandaise sauce to make our Bearnaise sauce. I think they're roasted, ready to go. They're looking good. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that. Isn't that a thing of beauty? Put a little foil over them, keep them warm. So we're ready to eat. Okay, now we're going to make the Bearnaise sauce. This is a really difficult sauce to make. If the eggs scramble, you're done, kaput. Alright, so we're taking 3 egg yolks with a tablespoon of water. We're going to put it in here and you got to whisk constantly for 2 minutes. If it does get too hot, you can always take it off the pan. Okay, you see how the color's changing? Now we have to pour half the butter in. Slowly. See it's starting to thicken? You see it's thickening. That's good. We're not scrambling the eggs. That's the last thing you want to do. Alright. Looking good. I think we're going to have success here. Half a tablespoon of water in here. Slowly add it. Let it cook and emulsify. Get inside here. It's going to be quite delicious. Okay, now it's time to put in the lemon juice and the Worcestershire sauce. We've got to just put that in, and it's tobacco and the salt and the pepper, the white pepper. We're just going to put it all in and whisk it all up. Took the shallots and the vinegar and all that other stuff and the white wine. Now we're just going to add this to the Bearnaise sauce. This is going to make it sauce Bearnaise. Oh my goodness, look at that. I'm going to cut it in nice, decent slices and plate it up here. Look at the rare meat right there. Quite awesome. I think you're going to enjoy this. So we're going to put a little bit of garlic on here, so you can just take that out. It's nice roasted garlic, just to take it up a notch. All right, so there we go. So come on. All right, there you go. Do this, our chorizo with whatchamacallit, you know what I'm talking about. Put a little bit of Bearnaise on the side. All right, there it is. There we go. That's it. A beautiful Chateaubriand, Brussels sprouts with chorizo, and roasted fingerling and new potatoes. Bon appetit!